What you just heard was confirmed by authorities to be an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Gunshots rang out as Trump held a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Trump could be seen reaching behind his right ear as shots rang out and blood seen over his right ear. Secret Service agents escorted him from the stage to a waiting vehicle. The former president had been discussing a chart of numbers about border crossings when the shots were fired. He ducked quickly after the noises began, with the sound coming from the bleachers to the left of where he was standing at a lectern. Here's what we know right now. One shooter and one attendee have been confirmed dead. It's where we start tonight. I'm Kenesha Dees. Former President Trump releasing a detailed statement just hours after the shooting. He shared on Truth Social in part, quote, "I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all of law enforcement for their rapid response on the shooting that just took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin," end quote. The U.S. Secret Service issuing an update just before 8 o'clock, confirming that a shooter was, quote, neutralized. The shooter's gun, reportedly an AR-style rifle, recovered after firing multiple shots from an elevated position outside the rally venue. Secret Service also confirming one rally attendee was killed and two others critically injured. Reaction from Republican leaders and lawmakers pour in after the incident. They said their thoughts and prayers are with former President Trump during this time. We hear from Alabama GOP Chairman John Wall. He says in part, quote, "The Alabama Republican Party is heartbroken by today's attack on President Donald Trump. This disgraceful act of violence has no place in our society and is an attack on the very principles of freedom and liberty. We stand in unwavering support of President Trump, his family, and the others injured and killed in this senseless act of violence," end quote. Limestone County Republican Party Chairman Noah Wall echoing this statement. Fox 54 interviewed him. Here's a listen.
Just encourage everyone to help one another, and politics is very important. We live in a constitutional republic, and the election is coming up in November, and it's very important for our country. And I would just encourage everyone to, support our political process, and the violence is never the right answer.
We also hear reaction from Alabama Democratic Party Chairman Dr. Randy Kelly on the events in Pennsylvania this evening. Take a listen.
Although I've seen Donald Trump on television incite violence, sanction violence, and even justify violence, we condemn violence, this violent attack on him in the strongest terms, or the violence on anyone. And we hope that the law enforcement would do a thorough investigation.
And our reporter, Gabe Glassman, out in the community today to hear reaction following the assassination attempt. Gabe, how are people in Huntsville taking this?
Thanks, Kenesha. The big news today surrounding former President Donald Trump has been shocking to many, and people found out about what happened in different ways. I stopped by the Von Braun Center, where the Tennessee Valley Hunting and Fishing Expo is currently going on, to get some reactions from those in attendance.
It was kind of scary at first. I mean, all we had was one dude walk by the booth and just say, "Donald Trump just got shot in the side of the head."
We didn't know if he was dead. We didn't know if it was just an attempt, or we didn't know if it was fake news, or anything like that.
My first initial reaction was, where has this country actually gotten to, man? It's sad to see.
And that's probably the saddest part about it, is that an innocent person got killed.
To hear that an attendee was killed is really not okay with me, just because it's an innocent person just living everyday life, and you get killed over somebody else's mistake, somebody else's dumb actions.
We really need to start pulling all in the same direction.
It's crazy to think what the world's come to today,
And these emotional responses were kind of shared with everyone at the event. I did a story on the expo yesterday, and you can tell the air was a little different in the room today. Kenesha, back to you.
Thank you so much, Gabe. With a story of this magnitude, there are confusing details coming from many sources, and that's why we verify information coming into our newsroom. As of 9:55, here's what we can verify. One shooter is dead. That has been confirmed by the U.S. Secret Service. It is also true that Trump was speaking about his border policy at the time the shots rang out. That's confirmed through video of the incident from multiple sources. Trump, via his own Truth Social post, confirmed he was shot, in his words, in the upper part of his right ear. One major detail being put on social media is false, that the identity of the shooter has been revealed. As of this broadcast, that has not been confirmed through any official channels. We are still waiting to learn the total number of shooters. Other media outlets have mentioned two. That information has not been verified through Fox News or the Associated Press, where FOX54 gets its reporting. And for the latest breaking details on the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, stay with FOX54 News, fox54.com, and the FOX54 app. We'll now turn things over to our meteorologist for your local forecast, Emily.
Now, your weather rate certified most accurate forecast. Fox 54 weather.
A few scattered showers out there earlier this afternoon, but our Fox 54 radar remains quiet and dry at the moment. I've got us on a loop throughout the last 6 hours, just showing you the lucky ones that got to see some rain earlier this afternoon. Didn't help to cool off most of us out there. In fact, we saw 100 today in the Shoals. 98 was the high temperature here in Huntsville. We'll stay mild heading into the overnight as well. I'm thinking low temperatures probably going to be falling into the lower 70s heading into the overnight tonight. We'll see 74 here in Huntsville, 73 in Athens, 71 in Pulaski, 73 in Florence, 72 in Russellville. Fort Payne expected to fall to near 70 degrees for the overnight tonight. So for tomorrow, that's how we'll start the day off, low 70s. We'll be seeing some sunshine. By noon, though, check out those temperatures. We're going to be sitting in the lower 90s by noon tomorrow. So we'll see high temperatures near 100 once again for the afternoon. Partly sunshine for the afternoon as well. If you are planning to spend the day outdoors tomorrow, you definitely want to have the sunscreen on, whatever protection you usually use, because UV index is going to be around an 11. So burn time is going to take less than 10 minutes. If I didn't have to be outside tomorrow, I probably would just stay indoors. So Futurecast does have us dry throughout the rest of tonight into early Sunday morning, but notice heading into Sunday afternoon, once we start to get our afternoon heat moving on in, that's going to help to fire up a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. So some of us will be lucky to catch rain once again tomorrow, and that same thing looks to happen heading into Monday afternoon as well. This is right around 2 o'clock on Monday. A few more scattered showers expected on Monday than what we'll see on Sunday. So some of us on Monday will be seeing rain, while some of us going to be staying dry. So heat index throughout the next 7 days, we're going to be staying in the 100s until we get to about Thursday. So tomorrow we'll be feeling like 104, 106 on Monday, 103 heading into our Tuesday, and then we'll be on a downslope after that. That's because we're going to be tracking a cold front, going to raise those rain chances heading Wednesday into Thursday. And so like I said, cold front expected to move through late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, and we're going to feel the effects of that Thursday afternoon because temperature is only expected to be in the upper 80s. Climate Prediction Center does have the Tennessee Valley in the below average category temperature-wise, so enjoy the upper 90s, near 100 while we've got it, because temperatures dropping into the upper 80s come Thursday and Friday. I just want to remind you of a few heat safety tips as we're going to be hot throughout the next few days. Obviously, you want to limit your time outdoors, stay hydrated with water. I know some of us do like to exercise outdoors, so want to do it earlier in the morning or later in the evening. Stick to light colored clothing, check on your pets and your elderly, and obviously keep your blinds closed if you don't need them open. 7-day forecast. We're going to stay hot tomorrow, Monday into Tuesday. Scattered showers and storms in the forecast as well. Greatest chance comes Wednesday and Thursday. Heading into the weekend, temperatures warm up just a little bit. We'll keep storms in the forecast heading into the upcoming weekend as well.
All right, thank you, Emily. Decatur police warning you to be on the lookout for this man. You're looking at Ambrion Lampkin. The Decatur Police Department says Lampkin is considered armed and dangerous. He is under an active felony warrant for a first-degree assault charge. DPD says if you see him, you should not approach him. Instead, you are asked to report information to 256-341-4614. A girl who police say ran away on July 4th at Point Mallard in Decatur still has not been located. Take a look at your screen. This is Misty Lang. Misty is 14 years old and is described as 5 feet tall, 130 pounds with red hair and green eyes. Anyone with any info on where she might be is asked to call Decatur Police, also at 256-341-4660. Reports like this are a family's worst nightmare. What should they do? Who should they call? Our Jasmine Bird reached out to local law enforcement and has some answers.
Once an individual is confirmed missing, we will receive a call through our 911 dispatch center, and we will generate a missing persons report.
Soon after that report is made, it's assigned to a detective
Who will use every available means that he has to find information out on this person.
Madison County Sheriff Public Information Officer Brent Patterson says Aaliyah helps distribute the information through the NCIC.
National Crime Information Center. That's in Montgomery, and that is a law enforcement database that we utilize, and it's a really good way to get information to different places at different times.
Athens Police Department Detective Lieutenant Jonathan Caldwell says a common misconception is that you have to wait 24 hours to report someone missing.
Waiting 24 hours, especially if it's a missing, person with dementia or something like that, they can travel a lot of distance within 24 hours, and it make it even harder for us to find them.
Another key thing to keep in mind is staying where you last saw the missing individual.
If they left the residence, you need someone to stay at that house the entire time. Yes, people need to be out looking, but we need someone to stay there the entire time, because there are several times that they do come back, and if they come back and nobody's there, then they might leave.
And most importantly,
if you know something, say something. That's my favorite term.
In Huntsville, Jasmine Bird, FOX54 News.
Thank you, Jasmine. It's always good to extend a helping hand. It's even better when the hand helps a whole community, and especially kids. Reporter Gabe Glassman was at the Stuff the Bus event earlier this morning. Take a look.
Here in North Alabama, we want everyone to succeed.
It's the 13th year of the Community Awareness for Youth Stuff the Bus event.
It's a back-to-school event to come together, to love on our kids and show them how much we appreciate them.
It brings everyone together by donating school supplies for students to use all year long.
We just want to let the community know we care about them, and we want to give hope.
It's about the volunteers, it's about giving back, it's about paying it forward, and it's about coming together.
There was no luck needed when it came to year 13. This year, CAFE saw a record number of donations, 40,000 plus pounds of groceries, and how many school bags?
1,008 bags, okay? And I can't tell you how many pounds of school supplies. And so this community loves giving back.
It's important to note, while this event goes a long way, there's still work to be done.
We have enough food here today. We're 300 families in our community, and we know that that's still not enough. Food insecurity is still an issue, even in our community.
But when it comes to why people are volunteering, you'll find many different reasons. But ultimately, it's to support the whole community.
I was born and raised in this community, and so I have a deep love for this community. All of the churches and organizations are here, love the greater Huntsville community.
A lot of people invested in me, and they probably never knew where it would go. Where for all my teachers, all my mentors, it paid off, and I'm just trying to pay it forward to others.
Just to maybe help people that are hurting today, it means a lot to be able to be a part of something bigger than ourselves.
In Huntsville, I'm Gabe Glassman.
Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
We now go deep in the heart of Texas, where today Caden Dana became the 5th Rocket City Trash Panda to play in the All-Star Futures game. Our Nick Kuzma caught up with the ace before he took the mound. Let's send it to Arlington.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into sports. I'm here with Caden Dana, Rocket City Trash Panda's ace, also representative of Los Angeles Angels here at the Futures game in Arlington, Texas. First of all, Caden, congratulations.
Thank you.
This announcement came out a couple of weeks ago. It's now really setting in, right?
Yeah, no, it's being in the locker room right now with all these guys. It's definitely setting in right now.
You made your debut just recently in the top 100 of MLB.com in terms of prospects in baseball, #1 prospect in the Angels organization. Is there any added pressure come with that?
I kind of just block it out, to be honest. It's all good news, like all good outside noise, but it doesn't really add any pressure, and confidence always stays the same.
You were a 11th round pick in 2022. You've sort of rocketed through the organization. Now with the Pandas, now looking poised to get a promotion. Just how have you sort of dealt with that, as going from a guy that was a mid-round pick in baseball, and all of a sudden now you're going to be playing on national TV?
Yeah, no. At first, like, it was, I didn't really know too much. It was just like, thought being in the round would affect how much they have interest in you, but honestly, the Angels have shown me a lot of love, and I don't think it really mattered what round I went in, so I'm grateful for that. And yeah, I mean, like, just, I try to block out those thoughts of, moving up and just trying to be where my feet are, and Huntsville's helped me do that. It's a great place. Love Huntsville.
We talked before off camera about your two primary pitches. You obviously got a fastball, and then you got a wipeout slider helping you rack up 9-10 Ks a night like we've seen recently in Madison. Who do you owe the development of those pitches to?
It's honestly been like just something I've been playing around with. Not too much, but Michael Wirtz, obviously our pitching coach, he kind of just put a thought in my head where it was like, have this mentality with it, and ever since that bullpen I had with him, and it's been different ever since.
If you're in this game, you're poised to eventually be playing in Major League Baseball. That's at least the thought, right? But if you are going to one day be pitching every 5th day as a starter in Major League Baseball, what do you feel like you need to do over the next weeks, months, years to make that reality possible?
I got to keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, I'm ready to take on that role 100%.
Good luck, man. Thank you so much. That's Caden Dana, the Rocket City Trash Pandas and Los Angeles Angels representative here at the All-Star Futures game. Good evening and welcome into sports. That's Simon Williams. I'm Nick Kuzma. For the 5th time, a Rocket City Trash Panda has played in the All-Star Futures game. This time up, it was Caden Dana, the pitcher, the 90th overall prospect in baseball, the top prospect in the Angels organization. Dana was called upon in the top of the 3rd, and the outing got off to a rough start. The eventual MVP, Cam Collier, took his 1-0 fastball and absolutely obliterated it for a solo home run. That gave the National League a lead, and they never surrendered it, meaning Dana ended up on the hook for the loss. In total, the righty pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, including the homer, and he also struck out the top prospect in the Phillies organization all across 14 pitches. We caught up with Dana after the game.
Went by fast, but it was a good weekend. It was a great experience, and obviously, like I said before, blessed to be here and experience all of it.
We'll have more on the Futures game in a little bit, but back at home, Trade Day kicked off at Lee High School with a youth football camp this weekend. Former General standout Chester Trey Rogers had about 70 kids on hand for the event. Along with Rogers, the campers had a chance to learn from other pro football players of past from North Alabama. Gerard Powers, Darian Stewart, Rashad Moore, and Reggie Ragland were some of the pros who lent a helping hand.
That's amazing for them to be able to see it up and close. It's just showing them, hey, you can be whatever it is that you want to be. You know what I'm saying? We're living proof. I looked up to Gerard. I looked up to Darren. I looked at Rashad Moore. I came up with Reggie Ragland. These are my guys, so I'm just happy they came out here and supported me, and they was able to get something to the kids today.
And it's been quite a year for Alabama's Jalen Milroe. Over the past 12 months, the Texas native went from backup to earning all SEC honors, winning the SEC championship, and leading his team to the college football playoff. Since then, Milroe has been embracing his role as a leader with the Tide while making appearances around the state like he did on Friday with his camp at Westminster Christian.
It's all about just enjoying the process. Coach Saban talked about trusting the process. Now it's all about enjoying the process. And so this is all a part of it. And so now, we're here in July, being in here in front of the kids, having the opportunity of being here in Huntsville for the first time. It's been great. So just, football brings you, along a great process. It's a vehicle that you meet a lot of great people, a lot of new faces. And so it's just a great honor to do so.
Well, that certainly won't be the last time we talk about Milroe here in the Lone Star State. We're going to hear from him and various members of the Alabama football team and Coach Kalen DeBoer on Wednesday of next week at SEC Football Media Day. Simon's got us covered the rest of the way. He's going to tell us how the representative from the Braves organization did at this year's Future game. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, the site of Major League Baseball's All-Star Weekend. Now, we are stoked to have the 94th Midsummer Classic on Fox 54, but before we get to the Big League All-Star Game, we had the best of the rest of baseball go at it in the MLB Futures game. Representing the Rocket City Trash Pandas, Caden Dana went at it just an inning, giving up a run on 2 hits while striking out 1. One of the hitters Dana faced was Drake Baldwin. The catcher represented Alabama's favorite major league team, the Atlanta Braves. Baldwin is the 11th ranked prospect in the Braves system and has risen the ranks. In each of his 3 seasons as a pro, he's gotten moved up a level at least once. The Madison, Wisconsin native couldn't have been happier about getting the invite to the Futures game.
Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, just the whole experience from getting here yesterday and starting to see some of the guys, and now getting into this field and going and checking out the field. It's beautiful. Everything's super clean. It's been an amazing experience so far. It was a cool feel, and I wasn't really expecting it. So being honored to be in this game and being chosen was incredible. And the first person I called was my mom. I just wanted to let her know, and she's down here watching today, so it'll be awesome seeing her.
Well, Mom got a show as Baldwin started as the National League's DH and proceeded to go 1 for 2 with a monster homer and a sacrifice fly. Baldwin has had a great year so far. After 52 games with AA Mississippi, he got the call up to AAA. Since then, he's hit .309 with a .972 OPS in 24 games.
I mean, it's a crazy accomplishment. I mean, the Braves trust me enough to send me to this, and people, writers voting me on coming here is awesome. That some of the hard work's paying off. Obviously, the goal is to make to the big leagues and help the Braves win a World Series. But I mean, this is probably the coolest thing I've been a part of.
And while we saw the big league Braves take on the San Diego Padres tonight on Fox 54, the Bravos are back on Fox 54 on Tuesday for the MLB All-Star Game. A quartet of ATLians are in the mix this year, including Marcell Ozuna. The Big Bear will DH for the National League on Tuesday. It's his 3rd overall All-Star nod, but first as a Brave. Of course, Braves fans remember his 2-homer game against the Dodgers in the 2020 NLCS in this very ballpark. He'll look to make good on that with some more successful swings in Monday night's Home Run Derby. It's all part of a loaded MLB All-Star Weekend, which culminates the 94th All-Star Game on Tuesday right here on Fox 54. At Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, Simon Williams, Fox 54 Sports.
Thank you, Simon and Nick, and thanks for watching Fox 54 News on this special edition. Stay updated on our Fox 54 News app and Fox 54 Plus for weather, continuing coverage of the MLB All-Star Weekend from our sports team, and certainly updates on the shooting at former President Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm Kanisha Dees. We'll see you tomorrow night after soccer.